What's going on? Let me know how the volume is going, Robbie. I tried to clear my phone a little bit so it don't be popping in and out. First one in the building is Robbie. Yes, sir. Let's go. Guys, fantasy football right around the corner. We here. I know we don't think we here. We here, guys. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go. So, guys, today's topic is going to be on 5 sleepers. New sleepers, guys. Listen, training camp has been going on for a few days now. I got some new guys that I am targeting in my football draft that I am moving up. And some of these guys that's going to be new, it's going to be kind of obvious, but I'm moving them up in my ADP. And I'm drafting them in a different round, and that's going to make them a sleeper. I said what I said. So, guys, make sure you watch the whole live. Make sure you hit the like button. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. All right. So, guys, if you want your question answered, you know what to do. You super chat. If not, then I'm going to get to your questions in priority. As far as being a member, you get your questions answered first, according to what tier you are. I try to do my best. Yes, sir. Okay. So let's start off with my first guy that I believe is a sleeper. My first guy that I believe is a sleeper. And I'm drafting this guy. He's moving up my rankings, and it's Chase Brown. Yes, it's Chase Brown. And the reason why, guys, I'm drafting Chase Brown, he is probably one of the most explosive running backs in fantasy football, in the NFL. Now, they say he compares to Austin Eckler. My boy Harandi says he calls him Walmart Austin Eckler. If you go to my Phenom Finder, which you can find my Phenom Finder on Patreon, it's called a Phenom Finder on Patreon. Go to my description, you can get that link. Chase Brown, a couple years ago, was elite on there, guys. I was on him, and even though people wasn't drafting him early, I said he's one of the best running backs. Now he has an opportunity, and they say that he is the starting running back over Zach Moss. Now listen, before Chase Brown started getting this news, I did like Zach Moss as a goal line running back, but now that they saying Chase Brown is the guy, I'm not touching Zach Moss. I'm going after Chase Brown because he is the most explosive running back on that squad. Uh-oh. So, guys, this is great ADP value to get a number one running back. These type of guys is how you win your leagues. This is a big time sleeper. So make sure you grab Chase Brown. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on to my number 2 guy. This is a wide receiver from the not Cincinnati Bengals, excuse me, but from the New England Patriots, and it's Jalen Polk. Uh-oh. Jalen Polk, guys. Listen, we didn't know who the number 1 wide receiver was going to be. We didn't know if it was going to be Demario Douglas, Tyquan Thornton, the guy that was over tremendously drafted. He might be a worse pick than Quick Johnson. We didn't know who was going to be Javon Baker, the guy that transferred out of Alabama. But they say in camp it's Jalen Polk. Yes, it's Jalen Polk. So, guys, his ADP is incredible. He wasn't getting drafted about 2 weeks ago. Now he's getting drafted. I'm going to get him in every single draft. Underdog, Yahoo, ESPN, Sleeper. I'm grabbing him. He could be like a Puka Nacua type. Not saying it's going to be Puka Nacua, but the type of context that he's going to provide for your team is Puka Nacua-ish. Puka Nacua-ish. So I love Jalen Polk this year, guys. I'm getting him coming out of New England. This is a sleeper. This is a sleeper. All right, let's move on to my number 3 guy. My number 3 guy is going to be Malik Neighbors. I said what I said, Malik Neighbors. Now you might be saying, what? Everybody knows about Malik Neighbors. That's not a sleeper. Okay, I'm about to tell you why Malik Neighbors is a sleeper. Yes, guys, he's a sleeper. I'm about to tell you why. Are you ready? Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Let's get the likes up before I tell you why Malik Neighbors is a sleeper. Nobody, I'm gonna be one of the first guys to tell you this in redraft leagues. The same ADP in the same round that you drafted Marvin Harrison, you need to be drafting Malik Neighbors there. Malik Neighbors right now is a 4th round pick. He needs to be in the beginning of the 2nd round. I said what I said. Malik Neighbors needs to be the first pick coming off of in the 2nd round. He needs to be going at the 2-1, 2-2, or the 2-3. I said what I said. I'm drafting Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, if I can get him late, if I know my league, I'm not going to take him now. I'm going to wait. But I'm not waiting later than the beginning of the 3rd round if you do want to wait. But if you did draft Malik Neighbors in the beginning of the 2nd round, I don't think it's going to kill your team. This guy is probably going to get 140, 150 targets. This guy is incredible at count. This is the Jamar Chase from a few years ago. This is the Justin Jefferson of a few years ago. Now, Marvin Harrison, can he be good? Yes, he can be good. But I'd rather take Malik Neighbors. Hey, you can say I'm tripping, John Jeffries. Hold me accountable. Subscribe to the channel. That way you can come back and troll me when Malik Neighbors goes and he's just a top 24 wide receiver, and he's just okay. And I told everybody to draft him in the 2nd round. You can come troll me. I won't say anything. I'll let you troll my channel. But if I'm right, you tell me what you're going to say then. You got to give me something. What's the bet? You got to give me something. You can't just troll if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I need something. Are you going to super chat me $100? We'll see. I'm drafting him over Marvin Harrison Jr. What's going on, Will? This guy's going to get 150 targets. At least 1,200 yards. At least 1,200 yards. Moving on to my 4th guy. My 4th guy is going to be Brian Robinson. Yes, Brian Robinson, the running back from the Washington Commanders. Guys, did you know that he finished as the number 1 running back twice last year? Now, he wasn't the number 1 running back, but he finished as the number 1 running back twice. So when you bring in a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, you have to the running back is automatically going to be better. Anytime there's a rushing quarterback in the NFL, the running backs always do well. If you go back to Tim Tebow, Michael Vick, Cam Newton, Jalen Hurts, the running backs always do well with dual action quarterbacks. So that's why I think Brian Robinson is going to be a 10-plus rushing touchdown guy. Excuse me. So make sure you get Brian Robinson, guys, for goal line touches. Now, Austin Eckler will catch passes. That's what they bought him in for, as a safety valve. But the guy who's going to get the goal line touches, which is the honey touches, which is touchdown, 6 points, is going to be Brian Robinson. I think he has the opportunity to get 10 rushing touchdowns, 1,000 yards. So I'm taking Brian Robinson, and his ADP, guys, is wonderful. He's going outside of the 6th round, 7th round. I think he's like RB 32. Right, John. Facts, John. All right. Here's another sleeper for you. My last sleeper, guys, before I get out of here. My last sleeper is going to be Justin Fields. Yes, Justin Fields. They haven't announced that he's the starter. They still saying Russell Wilson. Russell, last name Wilson. They still saying Russell Wilson is the starter. But I'm going with Justin Fields. And the reason why, guys, he's having an incredible camp. To me, I've been watching Justin Fields camps since he's been in the NFL. To me, he's looked the best. It could be George Pickens. I don't know what it is, but he looks to be accurate. He looks to be getting the ball out. He's not holding on to the ball. I love Justin Fields. Just in time, D-Lion. Just in time for your boy. I was hoping you didn't catch this live because I don't want you to steal him. I'm trying to get him in some drafts. But yes, guys, Justin Fields is going to be the starter. If he doesn't be the starter, he will eventually be one. And if he don't become the starter, I believe Mike Tomlin can get fired. That's Russell Wilson. Russell, last name Wilson, goes down and has an incredible season. Justin Fields, guys, you know that rushing upside. He's a young guy. He hasn't had a bad injury. He has a strong arm. You got George Pickens with one of the best catch radius in the NFL, probably NFL history. He's going to go get the ball. He's always open. Anytime there's one-on-one coverage, all you got to do is throw the ball up. That's a 90-10 ball for him. I didn't say it. Justin Fields said it. I said 80-20. Justin Fields said 90-10. All you got to do is go on Twitter and type in Justin Fields or type in George Pickens, and you will see it. So, yes, guys, I love Justin Fields. I'm going to get him. I think you can wait late to get this guy, and he could be a second backup quarterback. And then if something great happens, like which I believe it will, then you got trade capital, and you also got top 5 quarterback capital, depending on what you need them for. Big Will, what's up, bro? Right. I know, D-Lion. I know you did. You know your stuff, bro. Always have. So, guys, yes, Justin Fields is going to be one of my sleepers. He's one of my new sleepers this year. I've been watching camp, man. He looks great. Arami says Arthur Smith will work wonders for Fields as he did for Tannehill. Fields is a league winner. I agree with you, Arami. I think he is. Like I said, guys, I'm watching camp. Things are changing. I wasn't on Fields. I thought Russell Wilson was going to be the starter. I didn't know what Pittsburgh was going to do. I've been watching camp. There's no way you can sit that down. You can't sit that chemistry that Justin Fields and George Pickens have. And also, guys, this is not necessarily a sleeper, but George Pickens have moved up on my rankings too. But he's not on this video. But I love George Pickens. That's a bonus for you. Anybody that's watching, that's a bonus. I love George Pickens. D-Line says, and they say, TD, you crazy. Well, call me crazy, champ. And they say, TD, you crazy. Well, call me crazy. Yes, sir. Nicholas Shannon, what's up, Nicholas? He says, I'm taking Tyreek with the first pick and pairing him with A-Chain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guess what else I'm doing? I'm getting A-Chain, Waddle, Tyreek, and Tua. I said it here first. I'm getting all 4 guys if I can. I'm starting, according to Harambe, I'm starting the aquarium with Dolphins. You want to cover up the Dolphins? Come to Fantasy GoodeSports. If you want to come and rub the Dolphins, if you want to feed the Dolphins, come to Fantasy GoodeSports. All you got to do is become a member of the channel, and I'll let you pet the Dolphins. Yes, sir. I do too, Dirt Boy. Yes, sir. Also, guys, I talked about Malik Neighbors. Anybody that's new, hey guys, I'm drafting Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison. I'm not taking on Marvin Harrison, unless he falls or something crazy happened in my draft. He's not bad. This is not. I'm trying to discount Marvin Harrison Jr. because why would I do that? Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a beast. As long as he stays healthy, his father working with him, I know he's going to be good. But he ain't Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is a phenom athlete. That's what it's about. So to me, guys, if you can, now listen, I'm telling you something right now. That you, in order to get Malik Neighbors, I think you're gonna have to start taking this guy in the second round. By the time camp starts, if this guy don't have any injuries, you won't be able to get him in the fourth round anymore. He's going to be moving up. So that's why I'm saying I'm taking him. I'm okay with taking him in the second round, depending on your league bill. I'm not saying you got to do it at every single draft. I'm okay with taking him in the second round. Now, listen, if you know he's going to make it to your fourth round and nobody's on him, then you do it. But if you get sniped, I told you. I don't think you can overdraft him. If you're willing to take Marvin Harrison there, I think you should take Malik Neighbors. That's why he's a sleeper. I had to mention him on this video as a sleeper because he is a sleeper. People say, yeah, he's good. He's going to get targeted. But they don't know that he could be a Jamar Chase. A lot of people are not saying that. Robbie says some Vegas sports big books have Pickens to lead the league in receiving touchdowns. Hey, that's cutting edge content right there, Robbie. Yes, sir. Big Will says Justin Fields burned me last season for both of my squads. I'm going to have to pass on him. He can boom or bust for someone else. But where you getting him at, Big Will, it's not going to matter. He's going to be your number 2 quarterback. I wouldn't dare tell you to take him as your number 1 quarterback and draft these other guys. Don't do that, bro. But if you can get, say you get Anthony Richardson, and say you get Justin Fields, I think that's a great strategy. It's not going to hurt you if he don't play. You got your starting quarterback. Don't draft Justin Fields as your starting quarterback. Get him as a backup. That way it doesn't matter what happens. It's just like a side piece, like a girlfriend. If she don't want to be with you no more, who cares? You got a girl at home. You can move on. Who cares, right? It doesn't matter. Nino says, you think drafting Gibbs before AJ Brown is crazy? No, it's not crazy. AJ, I don't know if I think AJ Brown can have 10 receiving touchdowns, but I don't think he's going to have 1,400 yards. I think he can have 1,100, 1,200. I think he can have a Brandon Ayuk season. Jahmyr Gibbs got more upside, but he will be splitting carries. To me, I'm drafting Puka Nacua over AJ Brown. I'm drafting Puka Nacua over Gibbs. I'm drafting Bijan and Breach over Gibbs. Over AJ Brown. So I can understand why you are fading AJ Brown. To me, he's more of a mid-second round pick. That's just me. He's not a bad pick. This guy is incredible. He's incredibly good. He's a Hall of Famer. If he doesn't get hurt, he still need about one or two more 1,300 yard seasons. Anytime, Nino. Anytime. And Zeke and Dowdle as running back depth. Yes. I love Dowdle. I thought about putting Dowdle on this list. Sports Dog says 100 TD. My 18 league has 7 bench spots. Just wondering about rookies, basic sleepers for my bench. Should I favor a sleeper or a rookie for the bench spot? Running back rookies, you should have them over a sleeper. Running back rookies are sleepers. Now, I wouldn't say Jonathan Brooks because he's got a knee injury, but he does fall in that category just a little bit low on my list. But guys like Trey Benson, Audric Estime, those are the guys that I could stash. But you in an 18 league, I would have to think. Let me look, bro. It would be only because it's not that many. It's not that many teams, so you don't have to really do a deep dive of stashing. You're just gonna have to save your waiver wire priority. However you do waivers, you're just gonna have to wait. But there's a few guys that I would stash in the 18 league, but very few. Let me see. The running back that I would probably stash. Maybe Trey Benson. And then I would probably say you probably have to go to some sleepers, bro. You might I wouldn't have any sleepers. I think you're going to have starters on your bench. I wouldn't worry about sleepers in the 18 league. I would just go ahead and get many starters as I could, like good starters. Like James Conner might be on your bench in an 18 league. So that's what I would try to do. I would just try to get the best players, and I would stack running backs on my bench. I would try to, if you got, let me see how many bench spots you said. If you got 5 bench spots, does it say you had 5? I would say at least 3 to 4 needed to be running backs. D-Line says, Cook failed to me, just took him in the 5th, so not at the 7th spot. I got, in the 5th, so not at the 7th spot. I got Sun God. I got Saquon, Nico McBride, and now James Cook about to be getting Kyler in the next round coming. Yes, sir, bro. Cutting edge content. Unknown. What's up, bro? He said the American accent is something else and so distinctive. Thank you, bro. Thank you. It is. It's country. I appreciate you giving me some props for it. I get a lot of negative feedback from it because I'm from the deep south. Not the deep south, but the deep country. Like, you know how you see towns where Superman is from? I'm from like little towns, farm towns. I ate out the garden. We ate cucumbers and stuff like that out the garden my whole life. And we played baseball. Kind of like y'all saw that movie, the baseball movie, where they got like the cornfields, like the baseball field. I grew up like that. So appreciate that, Unknown. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Southside Brooklyn, yes, go Dolphins. Southside Brooklyn, where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? That's that Biggie Smalls. Field of Dreams. Correct. And that's no cap. One day I'll let y'all, I send some pictures and show y'all where I grew up. It's changed a lot. It's a lot of houses down there. When I grew up there, we knew when a car hit the top of the road, which was probably like a half a mile, you could see it. We knew who it was. Very few people came down our road. Now we got like housing developments and doctors and lawyers has moved out there. Wesley, what's up, bro? He says, "You the best, kept secret, brother. Only sharing you beginners in my league. Only sharing you to beginners." Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you for liking the content. I know y'all scared of that Malik Neighbors. You scared of it, ain't you, Rami? You haven't made no comments on it. Rami like, I ain't touching that TV. I ain't saying nothing about no Marvin Harrison. I ain't saying nothing about Malik. You gonna have to stand on that on your own. I don't even want to comment on it. I'm standing on that right now. I'm taking all bets. I believe that Malik Neighbors will outdo Marvin Harrison Jr. I think both of them going to be big time wide receivers. It's like Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Then could you say that Justin Jefferson is going to be Marvin Harrison? You can say that. I know it's spicy, bro. Get you some milk. Get you some water. It'll go down. D-Lion says, we from the deep south. We see walk outside the bayou. Yes, sir. He says, laughing my butt out, saying, nope, don't want it either then. Right. I feel you. Rami says, I wouldn't be surprised if he balls out. I really wouldn't. Right. Wesley Mendez says 100. Yes, sir. D-Lion says, that's what he said. Oh, okay. Okay. That's what she said. Okay. Let me make sure I ain't miss no comments here. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Uh-oh. You know when I start uh-ohing, it's getting time for fantasy football in the beginning. It's getting time. Yes, sir. So I just want y'all to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Marvin Harrison sucked. I'm not saying that you have to draft Malik Neighbors, that you have to draft him in the second round. But what I'm saying, if you take a Marvin Harrison at that ADP, I would rather wait and get Malik Neighbors. I'm just saying I think Malik Neighbors should be the first rookie coming off the board. That's just my 2 cents with that. I think both of them are good picks. Big Will says pause, Arambi. They crazy. Nicholas says, who's Daniel Jones going to throw besides Neighbors? That's what I'm saying, Nicholas. I agree. Jalen Hyatt is going to be okay. Wandale Robinson is going to be okay. Appreciate that, Harabi. It's a TD spilling the sausages today. The beans today. Malik Freaky in the second. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Harabi. Zach says, just got in here. Agree. Rather wait on Neighbors. Right. I'm saying, but listen, Zach, that's not gonna happen the whole year, man. I think Malik, once he goes out and he break a long run or something in preseason, bruh, he's gonna move up, he's gonna skyrocket. And so I'm saying you're gonna have to just measure your leagues, and I think it's okay drafting him in the second. So if you're willing to draft Marvin Harrison with the 2-1 and 2-2, I'm gonna automatically see that could be Malik Neighbors. That's just how I'm looking at it. D-Lion says, DJ, TZ says, I think Coleman could be the best out of all the rookie wide receivers if he becomes Allen to go. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. I have to give credit to my homeboy at work, and he said this earlier. I said a couple years ago, I thought this was one of the best rookie wide receiver classes. I think it was the Christian Watson, George Pickens class. Maybe Waddle was in that class. I don't know. I don't want to get mistaken, but it was the Christian Watson, George Pickens class. And I said this is one of the best rookie classes of all time, wide receivers. This year, guys, it could be 4 rookie wide receivers that go for 1,000 yards. Keon Coleman, Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas. And it probably could be a couple more that we ain't even talk about right now, like Troy Franklin, A.D. Mitchell. Guys, this is a lot of good rookies. Guys, it's going to be probably 14, 15, 16 wide receivers that go over 1,000 yards. Probably more, maybe 20 wide receivers that go for 1,000 yards. It's going to be a wide receiver type game. You remember back in the day, it was out of 32 teams, it was like 20 running backs rushing for 1,000, maybe even more. That's going to transition to where running backs are going to be few in between from rushing for 1,000, and you're going to see a lot of wide receivers going for 1,000 because it's a passing league. The league is going from 28 passing attempts a game on the average from about 5 to 10 years ago up to about 35 to 40 passing attempts per game, which is going to lead to more 1,000-yard wide receivers and more rookie breakouts. And I think we're going to see a lot of rookie breakouts for wide receivers. Guys, A.D. Mitchell, all these guys can get 1,000. I said what I said. All these guys can get 1,000. Kenny says, Allen already said he's pushing for him to be the guy. Right. Facts. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? He says, being at Miami training camp, Waddle is unbelievable. I told people I'm going for Tyreek, Waddle, A-Chain, and Tua. I want all 4. If you want to go and pet the Dolphins, sign up for Fantasy GoodeSports. Become a member and you can pet the Dolphins. That's going to be my line every time somebody talk about the Dolphins. Sign up for Fantasy GoodeSports. Sign up as a member, and you can pet the Dolphins. Harami says, can Malik win Rookie of the Year? Yes, bro, but it's going to be so many great rookies. Who knows what's going to be the deciding factor of Rookie of the Year? But yes, I would bet on that right now as he could be Rookie of the Year. Harami says he can if he balls out. Pause. Facts. D-Line says, Nicholas said the name we do not speak of. D-Line says, double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up, guys. Appreciate that, D-Line. Oh, he's talking about Daniel Jones. Okay. He's talking about Daniel Jones. That's okay, D-Lion. That's okay. I'm waiting. Because you ain't gonna live. If Daniel Jones ball out with Malik Neighbors, I don't want to hear nothing. Every time I see you come in, I'm gonna be like, D Jones, D Jones. I'm gonna call you D Jones. TG says the first year you can go RB and win a championship with good wide receivers. Facts. Listen, man, like I said, I don't look at it as who you can go. If you can go RB or I just like to me, it's all in what's on the board for each year. Last year it was wide receiver. Tyreek was going at the 1-7, 1-8, 1-9. Amon-Ra was going at the 1-7, 1-8, 1-9. And actually, sometimes you could get Tyreek and then walk. Then Amon-Ra was making it back around to the 2-3, 2-4. But in my leagues, I was taking Amon-Ra in the first round if I missed out on Tyreek. So I was trying to get Tyreek Amon-Ra. This year is more, to me, earlier I was getting Bijan and Breach. Now I'm getting like Bijan and then, or I'm getting Amon-Ra. It just depends, man. It's just a different year. I'm okay with taking running backs in the first round this year because they fall into the back end of the first round. They're not going in the top. I'm okay with taking running backs in the back end of the first round. Kenny says, from what I'm hearing about Boone, Troy Franklin could be good. Yes, I love Troy Franklin. I hit actually, guys, and I had to realize I was a little bit off, but I don't know if how the stats are going to go. I like Troy Franklin over Malik Neighbors. Like as far as how I ranked them when they came out the draft, I know Malik Neighbors was special, but I like Troy Franklin deep ball. Pause. So, but right now Malik Neighbors as an athletic a specimen as the feet because he was ranked high on my Phenom Patreon. He can play too. He can run routes. He's good. He knows the game at the NFL level. And so Franklin to me he's faster, but Malik Neighbors can run any route. And he also has the size of Debo. Pause. He looks like Debo as a rookie. Not Debo as the third year in the league, but Debo as a rookie. Kenny says, okay, yeah. And he says Bo Nix. Yeah, Bo Nix pushing. Okay, about Bo Nix, Troy Franklin could be good. Harami says, I haven't heard this channel in my league yet. I can't give away the cutting edge content after the draft, though. Right. I haven't shared this channel in my league yet. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't give away the cutting edge content after the draft, though. Right. Hey, guys, I'm okay with that. Hey, we're a family here. Tua there later, too? Yes. I love Tua. Where Brooklyn at said, let's go. Robbie says, fun fact, Daniel Jones is an Olympic caliber cornhole player. Funny. Yes, he is. Rock Out says, people with the A-Chain slander laugh out loud. Yes, A-Chain is a beast, man. If he can stay healthy, listen, and it's an F. Kenny says, that Bo Nix will at least break the rookie quarterback passing yards record for the Broncos. It's only like 1,700 yards, right? Wow, yeah, that's easy. South says, so who is Daniel Jones? Jokes. We all got jokes about my boy, Daniel Jones. Kenny says, wait a minute. Yeah, Kenny says, Trevor and Daniel Jones, even though Jones has played 9 more games, their stats are almost identical. Right. People don't be wanting to say that. Shh. Hey, Kenny, boy, you know your stuff, man. You know. Yes. Trevor and Daniel Jones but guess what? Trevor's had better weapons. Daniel ain't never played with a Calvin Ridley. He's never played. Now, he played with Evan Ingram. They both played with Evan Ingram. But Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson was the best wide receiver that Daniel Jones has ever played with. Joseph, what's up, bro? He said, how do you feel about handcuffed and running backs in the best ball format? I say we play to win the game. We play to win the game. So what I'm saying is I'm not going to handcuff a guy if it's still elite talent on the board. But if I can wait late and get a guy like a Tyrone Tracy to handcuff Devin Singletary, yeah. But I'm not going to pick up Blake Corum if Gus Ellis is still on the board. That's me. Now, listen, can it work out? Hell yeah, it can work out. Well, you make a great handcuff and the guy goes down and then you got this type of guy? Yes. it can work. You can pick Jahmyr Gibbs and again get David Montgomery. That's a little bit different because both of those guys play. They squeeze opportunity. But if you get Travis Etienne and you take Tanks Bigsby incredibly early, it could work out. To me, I'm going to keep drafting the best available player for the boom. When I draft best ball, I want 30-point, 40-point. I'm not really looking for consistent 10-point guys. I'm looking for guys who can boom and guys who can break out in the fourth quadrant, which is the big money time for best ball. D-Lion says, okay, Kenny, preach, but one started at the bottom and climbing. The other started hot and, well, it's burning down now. D-Lion says, right. Fine line on spreading your content and keeping the goal for myself. Right. Kenny said, yep, definitely better weapons. Let's see here. Harami says, go look at CJ stats and T Law stats last year. It'll blow your mind how close they are. Right. I understand it's all about context, how close the game is and what's going on. That's how football is. That's why when y'all be saying Daniel Jones suck, I'm holding y'all accountable to that. Because his stats are just as good as anybody. He's been playing with the New York Giants, who the coach has been so bad they took a knee on third down. It's never in the history of the game how an NFL coach told a quarterback to take a knee on third down like this is high school. So you got to understand what Daniel Jones has been played, what he's been given, right? So he's done the best. He's tried to take Dollar General and sell it for Nordstrom's, right? D-Line says, just shared the live. Appreciate you, bro. D-Line says, DJ, T-Law, CJ, my brain hurts now. Yes. Rock Out says, Chase Brown, Ford, good 0 RB backs. Right. This year, guys, I ain't doing a lot of 0 RB videos. I will do some. But this year, guys, I just think you got to take the best available player. It could be a running back, wide receiver, or running back, quarterback. You got to take the best available player. I don't think it's really a certain type of format that you can go. Maybe at a certain pick, maybe at the 112, you can go RB, robust RB, or maybe at the 1-1 you can go 0 RB, right? It just depends on what spot you got and what's left on the board. I don't think it's a clear-cut drafting strategy this year that you can implement. Kenny says, I agree, BPA. Karami says, hey, Daniel Jones won me some money on Draftkings when he beat the Vikings in the playoff, low percentage draft. How much money did you win, if you don't mind asking me? Because you bought that up a couple times. You must have hit for about $5,000 around me. NFL games prediction. What's up, bro? Glad to see you here. Let's hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Doomsday. What's up, bro? Yes, sir. D-Lion says, I subscribe to you. Rocka says, I take a flexible approach. Right. Rocka says, whatever falls. Right. Facts. NFL game prediction says, who do you have in the Super Bowl? I have the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. I'm pretty sure my NFC team, I'm getting a little confused, but I think I have the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. 500. Okay. 500. Yeah, you smacked. Who do you have in the... Yeah, okay, we got that. All right, guys. Well, listen, I got to get this tightened up a little bit. I went 2 weeks without getting a cut because I went to the beach vacation. So I'm going to go and get my hair done and get a cut. And I'm going to come back and do a live probably later tonight. I don't know what it's going to be on, but I definitely will be doing another live. D-Line says, I need to start posting content. No time. Big money league. Right. Yeah, it be like that. Y'all see what I go through now. Trying to do my fantasy leagues and do content. I put my content first. Kenny says, Houston and Detroit for me. Like it. Harami says, Sherwood Towns won 500. My best was 63rd out of 300K. Okay. I thought you said 300K. I'm like, damn, bro. Let me get $5. See you get right. That's what Rockout says. See you then, bro. Yes, sir. Kenny says, peace. Yes, sir. Shit ain't easy. It ain't. CHB says, RBs are going the way of the FB. RBs are going the way of the FB. Fantasy football? I don't know what that means, CHB. Sad to see. Oh, they are going the way of like I guess they fading. I guess he's saying they fading. Fullbacks, okay, right. Sports Dog says, TD, I started doing best ball with Underdog last year. I know you like Sleeper, and I know they have best ball too. Have you ever used Sleeper for best ball of the two, or do you like better? Who do you like better and why? I use Underdog. Underdog is just it's a money league, man. So it's its own beast. I don't really compete. I don't use Sleeper and Underdog to compete. So I do a lot of Underdog. I do Sleeper for my own leagues. We are getting ready to do a best ball league now for Dynasty. So yeah, bro, you are a member of the channel. I thank Sports Dog. If you're not, sign up as a member and you can get in that league. I think I got 2 more spots. It's gonna be $25 to get in that best ball Dynasty league. The other leagues that I'm doing are going to be free. You won't see any Derrick Henry types in 10 years. You're gonna see a couple. It's still gonna be a few Shaquille O'Neals. RG says 100. What's going on, RG? Okay, guys. Well, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Y'all guys be safe. Have a blessed evening. See y'all later. Peace.